Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is part 2 of the alcohol markers blending tutorial where we learn to render different fabric looks using alcohol markers. You can check out part 1 of this tutorial which is already live on my channel. Link will be there in the description and in the pinned comment. So today let's start with sequence fabric in this cowl neckline style. I'm taking the main color here and first marking all the fold lines. I am also going to collect the pigment of this shade on a mixing palette and then using the colorless blender will create this type of dots. So we start with this soft dots and then we will slowly increase the intensity. Now sequence is all about a reflection of the light at a different angle. So some dots you can keep it mild and some dots more reflective while some dots will be more saturated. So when you do multiple layers that will make your sequence fabric look more realistic. So yeah, first I'm going to start with the softer dots and if you notice then we are also leaving the center portion blank. That means where the light will hit directly. That is the fold lines. That area we will leave blank for the maximum shiny look. And next I'm using the first color again and directly putting it on the illustration to create more of the highly saturated dots. It is also important how you're holding your marker here. Try to hold it straight so that the dots which you're getting is more pointed and more rounder in shape rather than holding the marker more diagonally. And when you're putting the pressure, if the dot size are very small, then don't put too much pressure with the marker, otherwise it will put too much color at one go. You can just barely touch on the paper to create very soft and small dots. So yeah, it's all about studying the size of dots and how saturated it is. And yeah, sequence is actually very simple fabric to create if you just understand this few basic techniques. And lastly, to create some more shadow, you can directly go with your black. Alright, let's move to the next fabric. Here we will be learning organza and you can see this huge puffy sleeves. So we have to understand the fluidity of the organza fabric, which is also see-through and it has a nice glossy shine to it. So we will start by doing the skin tone first. The skin tone also I will recommend doing with the alcohol markers only because the color will settle down permanently. So I'm going to collect this brown shade on the palette and then pick it up with the colorless blender. Now this is going to be a continuous process. We will be using our colorless blender only to give the look of the organza, and here put the color separately and creating the look of the folds in between. Now this process is going to be slightly lengthy and we have to continuously layer our colors to get the thicker look yet the see-through effect of the organza, and in between you can give it a few seconds for the color to settle down. And it's all about creating the folds. Here you can see how I'm just studying the picture and creating the folds accordingly. Now to increase more of the intensity you can mix two colors together, that is the first base brown and black, and then Use the blending marker only to pick the color and create some thicker shadow and the folds here. So you can see that I have not used any other material like white gel pen or acrylic to create the white highlights. That is, from the beginning only we have left that space. As this complete series I want to focus only on our alcohol blending techniques. You can definitely include pencil colors and gel pens to it, and use your mixed media also. So lastly, let us understand some of the shiny fabrics like silk or satin. I shall start by layering a flat color all over the base directly here. It is important that you maintain the direction and go towards the flow of the fabric and not randomly fill the color, because the marker will leave some direction. This way you can see the strokes of the marker brush. That's why it's important that we get our base as clean as possible to bring out that transition look from dark to light. Once the first layer is dry, you can use the same marker again to create more of the saturation and intensity near the fold lines. Next, I'm going to collect some black pigment on the palette and use my first base color, that is red, to pick the black and start the shading. Notice that here I'm not using the colorless blender, but I'm using the red marker only directly to pick the black, because our color is already very saturated and dark. So using the red marker only would be better, and it will slowly keep on increasing the saturation and also the shade, so that we can create the shiny look of the satin or the silk fabric, where your contrast is very important. Contrast, which means the difference between opposites, and here we have to increase our shadow and also the shine. So here comes the interesting part, which is creating the highlights. You can take the colorless blender, make sure the tip is clean, and you can apply the marker directly this way on the area where you want the color to have a little faded effect. Now see how the colorless blender is creating this type of lighter look on this area which will depict our highlights. So yes, this is how you can create the shiny look on the fabric and a seamless blend. Once you are done with the highlight part, you can also keep on increasing the shadow area, because the more the contrast is, the more shiny it is going to look. So guys, I hope you all enjoyed this tutorials and you learned something new with me today, and definitely let me know your views in the comment section. Also, if you have any more recommendations for me, and also if you would want me to continue with this alcohol markers tutorial series. I shall see you all very soon. Till then, take care, keep illustrating. Bye bye.